Hi, in this project, we'll be analyzing Among Us using three key ideas: ludology, encoding and decoding, and participatory culture. Even though the game looks simple, it shows how trust and deception works in real life. Even tiny actions, doing a task, following someone, even hesitating, changes how players judge each other, making Among Us a perfect model for a social behavior.
So, in the game of Among Us, players are divided into two roles: crewmates and imposters. Each player controls a small character that moves around the spaceship using simple controls, such as walking, interacting, and completing tasks. Crewmates must finish tasks to win the game, like fixing wires, swiping cards, or fueling engines. These tasks are simple, but the main pressure comes from not knowing who is safe. Imposters look exactly the same as crewmates, but they have special abilities. They can sabotage the ship, vent to escape, and eliminate players without even being seen. This creates a mix of trust and paranoia. If someone follows you, are they protecting you or are they planning to kill you? If someone stands near a task, did they really complete it or are they just faking it? So, even a tiny moment, like standing still for 2 seconds, can make others suspicious. And that's what makes Among Us powerful. The mechanics are simple, but the psychology is complex. Just like in real life, players have to read behavior, judge intentions, and decide who to trust before it's too late.
In Among Us, communication is where everything starts to fall apart, and this is exactly where encoding and decoding happens. When a player types something like red is sus, they're encoding that message with their own meaning. Maybe they saw red do something weird, maybe they're guessing, or maybe they might even do bluffing because they're even the imposter. But the moment that message reaches the group, everyone decodes it differently. One person might immediately think red is guilty, another might think the player is overreacting. Someone else might just ignore the message completely. These different interpretations are what create confusion, arguments, and mistrust in the game. Even simple things like a saying, I saw blue standing near a vent, gets decoded differently. One player sees it as proof, another thinks it's just a coincidence, while someone else assumes it's a lie. The same action leads to totally different meanings for every player. Emergency meetings take this even more intense. The focus shifts from doing tasks to explaining what you've seen, defending yourself, and trying to figure out who's lying. Everyone brings their own perspective, their own decoding of events, and their own versions of the truth. Just like in real life, the same message can be understood in completely different ways. And that's what makes Among Us such a powerful example of how trust gets built, broken, and rebuilt through communication.
Once the gameplay ends, the world of Among Us doesn't stop. It continues across different platforms. These fan art pieces show how players transform themes of trust, deception, and teamwork into creative expression. It highlights how the community adds new layers of meaning beyond the game itself. On Reddit, players discuss their experience in depth, from the pressure of lying as the imposter to analyzing others' behavior. These conversations reveal how people navigate trust, doubt, and interpretations, mirroring the same decoding process we use in real life social situations. On Instagram, memes and short edits circulate quickly, creating a shared language within the fandom. Even without actively playing, fans stay connected through the humor and repeated references that the community continuously recreates. Channels like The Game Theorist explore the psychology behind the game, why players lie, how suspicion forms, and how trust breaks down. Their analysis show how a simple game can spark deeper conversations about human behavior and social interactions. Together, these platforms show how fans participate, interpret, and contribute, turning Among Us into a broader shared community rather than just a game. Among Us is more than just a game. Its mechanics mirror real life as players watch behavior, judge intentions, and make decisions with limited information. Through encoding and decoding, small actions like saying sus or moving quickly can gain new meaning through memes and edits. And participatory media culture keeps the game alive online. Fans share art, create theories, and discuss motives, showing how the community shapes meaning and reflects real life social dynamics. Overall, these observations show that Among Us lets players experience how trust and deception work in real life through both gameplay and fan interaction.